Uh, Hello and welcome to Defense on Ceres, session 108. Well, let's start with a recap again. Nick helped in the lab following the forensics team in Serbia, and but I got not many results. And then I went back to the village looking for some special energies there. We think was successful to some degree, but that was it. Bacon analyzed the graphon made like 3x to like essentially raise, one of which went to EMS. EMS agreed to cut the subsidies, manpower allocation for Kryptonoi, and allocating resources to bring in more people, and the eventual breakup of his monopoly of, well, almost monopoly of the housing market, I should say. Then Allied went to investigate some energy signatures and finds like another portal, just like last time. And while he was there, he also found a bauxite deposit in Ems's world. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So, okay, so does any of you want to go first?
Oh, I guess I can go first. I don't really have much to do. Like, I'm looking at my notes. I really delegated things well, but I guess I would just find a place to raise one of my griffon eggs.
Alright. Place. How do you go about that?
Actually, what kind of birds the griffons were?
I think they're like eagle based, but I'm not sure.
Here you go. Right.
I mean, I checked the description real quick, but I think they're like kinda that niche. Although they're their own beast, of course. No, that's not it. There we go. The bygone folder. Griffon. Yeah, it was eagle. Well, technically it's like lion, eagle, and man. It's like a hybrid of that.
Had some man in the mixture, huh?
Oh yes.
I thought it was the chimera, the one with the human face, not the griffon.
Well, yeah, it's not. It's more like on the in terms of like philosophy.
Okay.
The entire description would be like a living incarnation of the crowns of the three kings: lion, eagle, and man. But yeah, in terms of physical, it's more like eagle and lion. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was just considering giving one as a gift to the black people.
All right.
Yeah, I would go to Gribinoi.
All right. Let's go to Grimnoy.
Where's the folder with the settlements? Yeah, it's the spa, right? And in the spa, is there anyone else before Sonia? And of course, Stojan. Like, are they the only workers there?
Yes, they are. They are the only ones there. I don't think it's a very big place. And
Right.
yeah.
Oh, I guess, yeah, there goes a plan. I thought it was a bigger space. And, yeah, I'm going to try to meet the L company.
Alright, let's go for the R company. Let's see, what would they be up to exactly? Yeah, probably in the field, to be honest. Let's hide Antarctica. How about like the grassy map is always good for this kind of shit. Actually, no, we have a town screen. That's probably better. And yeah, the good captain is there. Feel free to drag yourself out. Surrounded by a bunch of his men.
Where am I?
And yeah, you are quickly noted by one of the soldiers who informs the captain, and the captain like shoos them away and waves at you.
Oh, Mr. Wo. Oh, good to quickly meet you. How are the things going with your organization around here?
Things are going okay. We are looking for places for the fuel depot at the moment, and I think we got a good spot to put it. I like put out like a rudimentary map, and like it's essentially right on the outskirts of of this place. And you do notice that it's like near the it's like very near like any potential like a train line that would go there.
Yes, that would be good place when if you have train lines in the future, quick access, very good choice.
Thank you, sir.
But you see, I came into a new project, and I was wondering, maybe you would be interested. You say you want to make home on Gribnoy. You have your family.
Yeah.
So, why not change your way of operations for this place? You see, I found this interesting creature. Like, the mythological creature, like lion body, bird head, and bird wings.
Let me check if he does. Did I give him anything in that regard? Oh no, I did not. Can't say I do, sir.
Wait. I took a picture. Just let me find. Should be on my recent files. Yeah, just open my tablets. I take the pictures. I found one dead, and I just show him, like, the animal. Apparently, from like the brain, it has a very good intelligence potential. I'm not sure if it's like chimp level, maybe like a crow, or like an octopus, maybe like elephant, or maybe more and maybe closer to human.
Interesting. Do you think it could be trained to as an attack animal?
That's what came into my mind. As it has potential, like it could probably be trained. I don't have much sure. Like from the animals I listed, some of them do training better than others. Like if it has putting like a crow, it's uh, once I saw a scientist say that they're like teenagers, so very chaotic, aggressive, and then don't want to obey you. But like elephants, they would be less attack animals, but if they see you as family, they would worry for you and maybe even help.
Mm.
So, if you want to take the challenge, I have one egg I could give you. I myself plan to raise one of them, but I would have an extra egg.
Oh well, sir, that sounds intriguing. I need to check on something. Let me like call my daughter real quick. She has more of an overview of our civilian assets. And he like goes a bit away and starts like talking to like something that looks like a satellite telephone. And yeah, you would know that there are no satellites here.
Oh, so it's like radio.
Yeah, and it's kind of like that. But it looks like a satellite phone still. And after a few minutes, he comes back and says, "Well, sir, looks like we have someone that can train it as long as it's provided the means to raise this animal. Well, do you have any idea what we would need to make sure it hatches? I'm not an animal expert, but I believe they need to be kept warm at the very least.
Yes, as it's a very weird animal, I'm not sure if it's how much of mammal is going to pull or not. But if it was just regular bird, I would say keep the egg warm. Uh, like when it shows signs of hatching, have someone, the trainer to be close. Like there's this thing that the birds, not sure how strong the claims are, but there's this thing that birds like relate to the first things they see when a child. Like it's very normal with like ducks and goose to, if a human raised them, they start following the human, thinking it's their mother if it's from since small. So something like that could happen. And it looks like carnivorous animals, so have some small cuts of meat ready, maybe like blend it a bit on a blender, like might feed like a bird, so something to consider. Let's see what else to keep in mind. Well, believe in start years, it's not going to fly, but it would need a spacious room protected from other animals. That's at least what I'm planning to do. I'm going to build like some sort of cage, like just to block other animals coming in, and set up like little woods for the griffin to just play around.
That makes sense, sir. I will have a look at myself at what we need to do for this, but it seems pretty doable. We check our supplies, and I guess maybe it would also help to have both of our creatures meet up at some point, so once they're settled in. Assuming, of course, it doesn't spoil the process of bonding.
Well, I think if after they are of some size and already a bit used to humans, it could be good experience. I'm not sure how territorial they are, but if they meet us children, it might be better. There's
Hmm.
actually a third person with an egg, Mr. Hydeberry. I sent one to him as well. This one I didn't even ask. I believe he would really enjoy the gift, so I just sent to him.
I see, sir.
Yeah, if you ever need anything for it, just give me a call. I'm not a veterinarian, but I already worked with enough non-humans to kind of know how to deal with anything.
Makes sense, sir. That's better than nothing. Although, as far as I remember, veterinarians are much more trained. Someone once told me that that if I ever were to strand on an alien planet, I should look for a veterinarian rather than a doctor, because they are they're more used to training to working with people with different physiology.
Yes, that's very right. Like humans doctor know every autistic thing a human can have, like from very minor conditions, but they don't know anything about something else. Well, a veterinarian, they would never figure out very specific things, but they can work with pretty much everything. Well, good that you enjoyed the idea. I have it here. It is the box with the egg.
Thank you, sir. And like uh, waves and shouts, and like some soldier comes like scaring forth, and he like whispers to him, and gives off the box. What, sir? Um, do you have any plans to go to the festival? And then I believe there's something about a city tree being planned.
Oh. Yeah, I think I remember hearing anything about the festival, but when exactly? But say more, I really don't remember being busy recently.
Ah, not sure myself. I think it was um I think it was either today or a day after. I'm not planning to attend myself. My daughter will be attending. So
Well,
she
I'll take a look and participate. I need to show the community around that I'm still thinking on this place.
Yes, sir. If you want, you can you can you can ride with my daughter. She has a jeep and proper complement of people of guards accompanying her. I can't help but notice that you're coming in here rather alone.
Yes, I have my ship, but I don't really drive, so Kelly just don't like going to meetings, so she just stay in the ship waiting for me to return. It's very inconvenient. I need to learn to drive it.
Hmm. I would offer my help, but I have no idea how to fly one myself. I don't think we have anyone that specializes in this just yet. Speaking of, I want to at least get some emergency training going on, so in case anyone has to take the wheel, would it be possible to arrange some basic courses, at least some like driving hours or something, so people can learn?
Hmm. I think it could be possible. Talk with Mr. Campos. Like bring the idea to him. Maybe he say to him that I think it would be a good idea as well. Maybe he could either give classes or when uh, not doing an operation, assign one of the clones to give some quick instructions. I believe they are all trained in all sort of vehicles.
I see, so I will see about that then. That seems rather interesting. My men are unfortunately are from this. Speaking of, there, I've noticed that you've been deploying some other strange kind of soldiers recently.
Ah, yes, yes, those are the Gribunoi grunts. They are clones of some sort, but instead of made out of human, they are mushroom people.
You seem like visibly struggle with this information. For a second. For returning, yeah, of course, sir. But what does that mean for operations?
Um, well, it means that we are going to have more manpower, which is good. Like the Gribunoi grunts, they aren't on a state that they are very useful beyond like grunt work. They need some leadership, but the plan is just fuel ranks. They know how to shoot. They know basic English. So that's what pretty much they need. So it would make they're also very a bit more fragile. They can regenerate themselves and they are disposable compared with normal human lives.
That makes sense, sir. Would you mind perhaps assigning some to us for a training exercise? I want to see how well we can work with them, and if possible, a long-term arrange joint exercises.
Right, you're going to have to wait for some time, but uh, I would get into contact with one of the Marine clones. He was already assigned to work with the other bases on Ceres to do like cooperative training with the grunts. So I'll get him in contact, and when he's done with that, he could work with your people, like introduce the grunts into your organization to see how you work together, how you deal with leading them, etc.
Oh, yes, sir. I'm mostly thinking about yeah, getting a proper group cohesion going on in case of joint missions, as as our own manpower pool is not quite that big, and that seems to necessitate to me that we need to work with other units and do not have the luxury to be exclusive. Although even with a bigger group, that would still be the case to some extent. It's more about cohesion rather than trying to integrate them into our power structure.
No, I know, but I think it would be a good experience. I only try. We only have tasks with them integrating with either clones or operatives of my organization, more normal style troops. It would be a very good experiment.
Perfect, sir. Then we will we'll do that. Is there anything we could help you? I've made a lot of requests so far, and only gotten a gift along the way. So I think it's only
Well,
fair.
There is only one real thing I need your help. Work on this place and do your best to deal with the threats to it.
Yes, sir.
I I don't need anything. I'm actually just honestly my things are going very well. There is only one issue. Threats to Grebnoy, and you're here to deal with it. So just do your best for your and your organization do best to defend Grebnoy.
Yes, sir. That reminds me, since you put so much of emphasis on defense, I couldn't help but notice that some militias were forming. They're very small, as far as I can see. But I think I think we might need to give them some guidance. I'm thinking of, with your permission, of course, sending instructors to them. Technically, they're competition, I suppose, but I don't think we can really afford much.
Well, I would be very thankful for that. I was planning on establishing some sort of, well, not the political organization of Gribnoy is more stable. The plan was for the like militias be all training together with our more standard military. Things are still early, but I'm following more of the early American ideal of militias. Like, I plan eventually, if it is turned into a proper city, there should be a more specialized police or armed forces, but for now everyone is responsible for this place, so they should all train together on how to deal with the threats to this place.
Hmm.
That is planned for the chief of security do training with all the militias and put like them into the hierarchy of defense when needed, like for emergencies.
Mm. That makes sense, sir. So uh, we will need them trained one way or another, but I will not be very useful.
Exactly. If you're it actually I would be very grateful if you could already start that sending some people to help the militias.
Of course, sir. Well, I will take away some people from the other duties. Also, would you mind, once we have sufficiently trained up the militia to some degree, if we could take them out, well, for patrolling to some degree, at least on like at least like near the settlements, and like pose the map from before, and like draw some circle with his finger around the settlements, like right around the perimeters of these places. I don't think there's like a proper police here. As far as I've seen, there were some sort of like peacekeeper security forces from the syndicate, but I've only seen like 3 of them, and I think that's all that's all of them here.
Feel free to again, as long as you tell the local chief of security of your plans, you feel free to get friends with the representative of the militias and put them together in your operations. That's why I'm allowing them and incentivizing them to exist.
Well, sir, and more of a question of the record. What is your own grand plan for this place? It seems that at least to me, that there are a lot of competing forces emerging here. And I've seen a lot of well, conflict in my life, and it's always been very important to know who wants what, to ensure further stability, or lack thereof, I suppose, depending on your stance on the whole thing.
Well, there is only one real thing I want. I want the improvement of the human race. And this place is just a clean slate where we can try the correct ideas, can try to implement different technologies that couldn't be worked on Earth. It can be like a large experiment of what human civilization could be in the future, and all the ideals of the technocratic union. That's really what I want. I want to improve humanity.
Improve humanity. I see. Improve humanity. Do you have any political experience?
No, closest to political experience I had was doing war crimes in Bosnia.
He like raises an eyebrow, but doesn't say anything about it, and then proceeds. Yes, go on.
The Bosnian wars were interesting times for everyone. I was just a kid back then.
So I
Got
thought,
shot in my lung, so I suddenly had to leave my homeland early.
oh, that's sad to hear. Well, if you have any still issues with that, we have some therapy program for people with battle injuries.
Oh no, do not worry, I already fixed myself. It only took some like almost a decade of learning, but I figured out a way to fix my conditions. I can proudly say I'm pretty much peak human physique now. I just flex. I believe I'm almost at the limits of what a human body can be.
How much do we train, if you don't mind me asking?
You see, I train like all the great bodybuilders do, with anabolic steroids.
His other eyebrow rises as well. He says, well, I don't think that's exactly healthy.
No, trust me, I'm doctor. I made some very good anabolic steroids, almost no side effects.
Almost no side effects. That's interesting.
It's the power of hyperscience.
He looks around. Probably sees like the spaceship in the background. So yeah, I guess I can't really argue with that. Perhaps you could. Well, you have some people with some permanent, some injuries. Perhaps you could have a look at them and see what you can do for them. It would be nice for them to return to duty. Maybe your steroids can help with that. considering you've well, fixed yourself, shot lungs, maybe there's potential. Our own medics are not able to do much for them except provide care from time to time.
We'll see what I can do. Radomir, out of character, how, like, fixing permanent injuries is how much life? 3 or 4?
Depends on like the degree of injury, but like at most it's 4.
Because like the med pack, like med kit we have is as I wonder is like a life 3 effect or a life 4 effect.
It's a life 3 effect, and I think it's limited on like what things it can do. I think it's only for like immediate injuries. Let me like check if I have it. Still somewhere open. Oh, I think I put it in the handouts actually. So it's just like from super old book. Let's see. Gear, misc, I think. Medpack, yeah, there it is. Blah blah. Easy to knapsack. A spray. Yeah, it's like first aid kind of deal.
All right.
Yeah, I guess that's all for me. It's like the info health levels. It cannot actually fix it. You would need something
Yes,
more
so
for it.
it needs to be me, or I need to get someone like Richard or Lois.
Hmm. Oh, I mean, there's also like another option. You could try to make a wonder for them.
Yeah, but making wonders is a lot of trouble, and I'm already waiting for the quintessence for the first wonder I promised.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's completely fair.
Yeah, well, when I have free time, I would check on it. Actually, I should probably set some sort of clinic or some service when I have free time to just take care for free of the people of Gribanoy.
Yes, sir. Well, we've actually set up something ourselves. There's very little medical care in this place so far, and we've taken it upon ourselves to provide medical care to the population. Probably not on your level, but it's still something. We have hours every week and an emergency call-in service. It's not perfect, of course, but it's still well better than absolutely nothing. Perhaps you could join that service.
All right.
And
Yeah, I could. I was thinking on like setting up a list so I have like people I know to work on and like setting up a date that would show up. But yeah, I could maybe join one of those weekly things.
perfect, sir. I like hands your schedule, and out of character, the schedule essentially whatever you want to be.
Yeah.
Just like once per week, where they have like a properly a proper time where people can just come in with their woes and worries.
Yeah, so it's what I'm going to do my next session.
Okay, excellent.
Right. That's very interesting. Good initiative. Yeah, I will see when I have time to make to one of those. But I should probably leave for now. I still have some things to do, and I believe I have a meeting with the other representatives of Ceres later.
Well, sir, send my regards. And if anything comes up, feel free to call me. I do not have any missions soon.
It was a pleasure to talking with you, Mr. All. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Right. And now we have a train. on Allied's factory, like what can Piku Base do in their manufacturing facility?
Well, that's mostly well, they produce like essentially like a bunch of like supplies, like smaller items, and like spare parts and that kind of stuff. So basically anything you want, as long as it's something that the engineers like commonly use, like they are like custom chipsets, as you've already ordered. There's like
I'm thinking something pretty cheap. I just want some like metal crates, like like those fence material, with like
mm,
something sturdier to make mm, like a very big room-sized cage. Like I'm thinking on size like maybe 10 meters by 10 meters, like pretty spacious, and set up there a place for me to take care of my griffin.
yeah, they should be able to do that. That's essentially just a bunch of like metal,
Mm.
which they do have access to. The only issue is for them to like do it quickly, I guess. Would you put like any emphasis how fast you would want it?
Mm. Just like a few days. I don't have a hurry. I don't want like in hours. I don't really care, and it's just a place for the griffin. I can just keep the egg in stasis for a while.
Hmm. All right. They can do it within a few days. Like the facility. Well, technically, it's Futao, but that's probably like some foreman doing that more the day-to-day business stuff. So he's gonna tell someone's gonna tell you. They're gonna try their best, and try to like put things a bit on the fast track, considering they have like some sort of like backlog. But yeah, you should be receiving it fairly soon. Oh yeah, another thing which you would notice like in character when like flying around, there's like an incredible like vehicle track like coming from the portal all the way to this place. Like you can see like there's just like dirt roads all the way from the portal to New Baneluka, however you pronounce it. And like lots of like how do I best say this? When like a lot of when you drive like heavy vehicles
Yeah,
through dirt, yeah, not you see that those kinds of signs.
yeah, I'll put on my list to make a proper road. And how is the recovery program near the portal? Like, how is the desolate landscape?
Well, it's kind of slow going. Like it is here like a lot of like well. mhm,
Grass? I
well,
think I was planting grass
yeah,
all
yeah,
around.
you're planting grass, but it would be like still very well. What's the like you'd see the grass like sprouting, but you also see like a bunch of like land that has since you've been here last you know devolved just like mudslides and stuff.
Mm.
Actually, give me like a 1d10. I do remember that I need to ask to get you something. Okay, that's a 4. That's so sad. Yeah. You see like a bunch of like exposed rocks that previously, presumably at least, had like some dirt on it. And well, yeah, they might there might be something of value.
Right. Now I see. I needed to throw a 10 to get silver or gold.
Yeah, perhaps.
Okay, yeah, I'll take a note. Check soil, rocks exposed by erosion.
Mm-hmm.
Are the geologists still around? No, they already left, right?
Yeah, they left.
Right. Who else does lots of the prospecting? There was someone that was in prospecting around.
Was there? Like the only one that did some prospecting was like the party at some point, as far as I remember.
Actually, yeah, I'll just like write an email and send to Hyde telling out there's some exposed rocks near the portal. Like you're good at finding gold. If you want to one day check it out, quick scan of the materials might get lucky.
Hmm.
Why do myself when someone else can do for me?
Perfect. Perfectly reasonable. So let's we note that down. Yeah, that's only. Yeah, just gonna do it now. I'm gonna have a look what you could get out of a 4. Um. No. Man, if you look for like fucking ores, it's like all spammed with Minecraft.
What?
If you look for like ores, like like veins of iron and stuff like that, like hematite and bauxite, whatever. Like you kinda, it's all Minecraft.
Right. You know what you need to do with that?
Hmm.
You always need to have something more autistic than Minecraft. What I used to on the past to get like soils and like generate names for objects
Hmm.
is actually the Dwarf Fortress. Just generate a land, play for half an hour, and see what we have on this soil.
That kind of makes sense. I should start like a list for like Dwarf Fortress. Uh.
Check the wiki.
Uh.
Just have actual good names for like listed real life minerals.
Yeah. Stone, maybe. Mm. Oh, that has everything. Well, not everything, but holy shit, that's a good list. Thank you for that tip. Oh yeah, this is amazing. Uh-huh. The presence of that would have like some interesting implications. Okay. But yeah, I think I have decided. I will like assign it to parent grad. Also, I need to like reveal the parent grad thing at some point, but it's like almost completely empty. Oops. By the way, like when I talk about those like deposits, there's probably like more stuff around. but not in really exploitable quantities. It's only like, it's, deposits of note. Deposit. Indeed. Actually, Bacon, do you want to like name the dead zone? Do you want to give it like any special name?
No, I want to name it after it's not a dead zone anymore.
Ah, perfect. Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be like too long until like everything has taken at least some root. Like you already see the grass like sprouting everywhere, but it's not like proper and but I shouldn't say lawn, but like a proper like what's the English word for that? Like the grassland, I guess. Yeah, grass. It's just got like grassland. But yeah, it's not like done yet. It's still like very unstable. All right. And stu- issues. Okay, and well, do you have anything else to take care of? Probably not. All right.
Yep.
All
I
right.
think
And oh yeah, in terms of like that like city tree thing, if you want to be there, well, essentially, it can be done whenever you want, as long as it's like somewhat soon.
yeah, we can say that in-game time would be after I'm done with the meeting.
Yeah, okay, that works just fine. That can just work fine. All right, Nick, are you alive?
Depends. Are you the police?
Yes, I am the police. Open up.
Then I am not alive.
God bless. God bless. All right, well done. Let's go to your map, I think. You should
Do I
be.
have to be in Ceres for this meeting? Can I hologram in?
Yes, like it's gonna be like one of those like virtual meetings again, because that it's just too much of a pain to have everyone like convenient at an actual physical location.
Teach other intimate metaverse by
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure on that one.
Yeah. No. Like you have like you're with like some proper union people, so you do have the opportunity to access like the networks. No problem when the time arises. But it's basically gonna be like once Allied arrives, the kind of the first thing I want to like do. But yeah.
So I believe we left off with the boring labor of just processing evidence.
Yes, that's where I left off.
Yeah. Mm, really have no idea what to do with this. I'm not an investigator.
Well, you could ask the actual investigator.
Okay, I head over to him. See if I can try to convince him to maybe find some people, or interview people, or try. I don't know.
Well, what? Okay, let's do this in character, I guess. I don't have like a proper like mundane office for him, unfortunately, but I guess this will have to make to you. And yeah, you find him. You find him once again in that cafe you've been at before. Just like seeing him like go through the paper. He has like a. He has like a. Like has like a. Like oldish looking like laptop with him, but with like your hypertech, you would notice that this thing is actually a lot more modern than anything you could normally get. The resolution is way too crisp, like response time way too high, of like the mouse pad. I don't know, not mouse pad. I think I had like I had like those like what are they called again? Those in like a mouse, where it was like some ball instead of like an optical thing. I think something like that was also in like some laptops, if I recall correctly.
Like in the keyboard?
Like right underneath it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The clip mouse. Yeah.
But yeah, like essentially it's like this guy's is an older model, but in reality it's faster and like better than that. Just playing pretend. Presumably, yeah. Take ward off anyone trying to steal this.
I go to Bojack's table, sit down with him.
All right, and says, and he looks up and says, "Well, will you look at that?"
Yeah, I look at the laptop.
Well, no, he like looks at you as he like sits down.
Oh, okay. I thought he was like pointing at something on the laptop, or just I don't know. Well, how's it going, Bojack? Are we gonna do something today about this investigation, or we try to find some of those people from that village? Or just...
No, well, I have I'm a bit stumped at the moment. There's not much. There's not many leads here. So I think we should ask ourselves first and foremost, what exactly are we looking for? What's the end goal for investigating this? You already have the culprit detained, correct? I was under the impression that we're basically doing some like retracing of steps.
Oh, we got the loose demon still. We only got the summoner, not the summonee.
Yes. How do I put this? You see, there are a lot of these entities out there, and no way in hell we're gonna catch them all anytime soon. So while it's good to know, we mostly need to determine what activities there are, which means we need to retrace the steps. But in generally speaking, we technically do not need to bring down every demon in existence just yet. So if you want to go and make sure that this demon is detained, then sure we can try. But we certainly don't have the resources to go too deep in. So we need a good plan. A very good plan.
I mean, once we learn how to, once we figure out how to reverse the summoning circle procedure or whatever it was, could we not try to use that to lure it into a trap?
Hmm. We could. But I don't think the. Well, it's always a bit if it's always not that that we're received to actually summon things ourselves.
We're also kind of not summoning it. Only it's already on this in this plane.
Oh well, we don't know that.
I mean, it's kicking around here.
Well, some of these entities have the ability to leave and enter as they please, and at least from what I have seen, we've only seen summoning so far, not like the binding of into an object, and we've like not found any science that has been bound anywhere, willingly or unwillingly. And what these things usually, well, once you know what you're looking for, these things usually leave some science imprints, so to speak. So at least as far as I'm concerned, it is well as possible that it's still here. It might also not be. These things cannot properly stay in our reality without some sort of anchor.
We don't know if he made an anchor. Could we assume this one could not travel back and forth as it needed to be summoned here?
I'm not sure about that. The summoning might have just been a way to get its attention. Even from what you've told me, it seems to have gotten that the information out of some sort of scripture, text, or similar, or similar object, which might be some infernalist essentially going and doing some research, trying to pick a patron. If it wanted to be summoned, then it could relay the instructions in other ways. Of course, it could also lead any potential summoner to the right sources, and then trick it into, or well, otherwise convince it to summon it. But from what I remember, your reports on this said that there was no specific summoning for this kind of entity, like no summoning per name. But
Yeah, it was a blank summoning.
yes. So maybe it was a bit more of a general thing, because if you want a specific entity, then maybe it's maybe well, I'm not an expert on this, but I think you would want to try to summon the specific thing rather than putting out a general call. Try to know. Of course, it's pure speculation on my part.
It is really hard to figure out unless we can, find the book. But odds are, if he still had that book, we would have found it in the original searches of his stuff.
Perhaps. Oh, there's still one source we have left.
We have one more source.
Yes.
We do.
The hemorrhagic entity itself.
Trying to find that one. How can we have that as our source? A little lost here.
No, the vampire.
Oh. 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 Oh yeah. Could try to go into his head one more time.
Yes, specifically look for what happened to his source.
Oh god, I can. When I get back to Ceres, I can go off and pop back into his memories.
Yes, yes. I mean, I would actually want to accompany you.
Oh, great! If we get time, I can show you my spa.
Your spa.
Yes, it is a project of mine. Morale is very important when you're in the deep, dark vacuum of space.
I suppose that's true. But it's find a bit weird that the Voyagineers would invest into a spa of all things. Usually, yes. Like I haven't been to space a lot myself, but I remember it being very cramped and everything being still very expensive.
Oh, that's the old space. We found new space now. It's much more expansive, much nicer, more resource heavy.
I see. So you found like oh, if you found like a actually let me roll for this one. What would he know? Oh yeah, definitely. Did you find like some sort of some sort of like world out there? We were expanding into. I thought those kinds of projects were that.
Well, they're still alive. Things have been much more successful. I don't know if he's not supposed to know this or not. I have no idea.
He's a Voyagineer. Like
Okay. Go. I'm like, are we supposed to be all like secretive about this?
well, it's not exactly a secret, but he's like one of those not bound like Voyagineers. He is like you might simply not have a clue what exactly is happening because like his war is on Earth, not in space.
Especially with John. John has never really been on the mud ball.
Oh my. Oh my. But yeah, I guess with John. No. You know, and, like you would know that you can tell him like most things, at least on a surface level.
Okay.
In terms of like factions, I guess this guy would be more on the EPB side, but he's not like properly aligned with like any faction. Which are this?
Okay.
That's like the Earth Preservation Board, which wants to keep like the virgin resources to Earth.
Okay. Yeah, I keep telling him stories about new space while we finish our brunch. And we can try to pop over to Ceres.
Yeah. He says he will file the like paperwork right away. To get the permission to leave. And once that's done, they can head out.
Okay then.
And yeah, like he like you see him like work for fanatically for a bit and do some calls.
Does he have mind magic? Does he know what he's looking for? What we will be looking for when we pop into these memories?
Well, he does have magic, but he's not very good at it. But yeah.
As long as he can help out.
He does have like some investigation, I guess, which with detection specialty. So, like he could use that to some degree.
Because I'm pretty sure I can bring him in.
Yeah, you should be able to. I think like mind link is like a level 3 effect, and you also need like a level 3 effect to get into the mind in the first place. So yeah, should be doable.
Well, I could actually get the fifth dot in mind. I'm looking at my sheet. I have 25 XP. I think that's enough for the fifth dot.
Well, I don't want to like encourage buying during the session, so
No, just hold off to it till I could buy it. Like,
yeah. Also, I just noticed something. I forgot to give this guy nature and demeanor. Oops. Fuck. Let's see. What would? Okay, you probably would have the guardian thing and that's a good nature and demeanor for the rest. Yeah, no, that's definitely working for him in terms of major demeanor. Okay, I've assigned it real quick. And yeah, no, we can go. And like after a few minutes, he gives you like the okay that he has received permission.
Okay.
So yeah, will you use that time to ask for permission to get to the vampire? Because it's technically not in your care.
Yeah, true. I'll send a letter off or message him. The good old doctor. I'll giving him the heads up. Me and Bojack gonna like to pop into the vampire's mind.
Yeah. All right. Well, Bacon, are you here? Oh no, he's dead. Well, let's just go and like ask him real quick.
I thought the precedent was set that silence is consent.
Well, that's true. God bless. God bless. But yeah, no.
This technocracy is opt out, not opt in.
Oh my god, amazing. let's see. Well, in the meantime, well, to be going. Well, worst
Oh,
case,
Well,
I didn't saw the ping. Sorry. Yeah, it's completely fine. Like, feel free to check on it again.
okay.
all right. Then I guess, well, you'll be traveling to the portal. It will take some time, but honestly, not too much. You essentially need to find like the nearest portal, go through it, and go through probably like a series of portals until you're back on Ceres, from where you can then take your your nutshell and head over to baking space.
Okay. I'm gonna try not to take the Moonhopper, just in case I have to go back to the Mud Ball, so I don't have to turn it off again.
You're trying not to take the Moonhopper?
Yeah, that way I don't have to turn it back on.
Okay.
But
Well, then your
I,
options are like rather limited. I guess you have like called for a rover to like pick you up. I think your base should have one by now.
also, I think the Moonhopper can only like carry one person.
Well, yes, technically true. But you can like stuff like another person in it. It's just like very much uncomfortable.
Yeah, and I don't want to put Bojack through that. I've really been talking up space. I really want to make him feel like, man, new space is awesome.
Yeah,
No
okay.
different.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. What if there's baking slab. Presumably. Yeah, no, Mush should probably make sure that everything is well and secured. These tarts are probably covered with like a tarp or some bullshit. Which stuff would be busy at this point in time. But yeah, there's like a Gryphon here. Also, probably covered with a tarp. Alright, let's drag you two dudes out again. There we go. Let's try to shrink you down a bit. So you'll be fit into the squares. If that thing allows me. Okay.
I want to fit in the squares.
Well, I don't think I can actually fit you in a square for some reason. I cannot resize. Oh. I can, it just doesn't show up properly. Understandable. Alright.
Damn it. I should have gotten a skateboard.
You should have got a skateboard, what the fuck?
The vampire. I'm sure he's sad that he left it back at the base.
Oh my god. Yeah, you're ending me today. And, you know, like he just looks at this creature and, you know, tries to blink, and, yeah, leans in and asks, is this part of the personnel?
Wait.
Like
He talk,
he talks about this
Wait.
when he sees Mushy.
Look, we don't ask, and he doesn't tell us. That's kind of just a rule around this base.
Oh, I see. I will go. Let's just move on. Yeah, and well, you've been noticing like a lot of like new tarps around, with like things resembling bodies, all around.
Like I said, we don't ask. He doesn't tell us. It's a good arrangement.
This reminds me of a progenitor lab. They also had a lot of things there. And this is the coffin. No. Well, I guess that's one way to put a vampire. Oh, it's one of the ugly ones.
You know what you're gonna be looking for because there's a lot of memories in there.
Hmm. Well, for the most part, I'm thinking of making this make it as simple as possible. Essentially, we are going to look for. Well, you have the metal imagery for the page, correct? Use
I've
some. Yes.
I've gotten rid of that already, but I did write it down.
No,
Okay.
that's good enough.
Yeah, 'cause I only kept that whole memory just so I could get out and then write it all down and delete it.
Well, perhaps you could look for like similar occasions and track the book down via that. But
Trying to find. I don't know. Do the memories like project an energy?
not really. I think they are essentially some sort of like patterns. I think that's probably the best way to put it.
I was just trying to see if I could use some bullshit entropy magic to help me out.
Yeah, I mean, you probably could. To some degree. You know, when looking for the correct pattern, essentially. Also, like looking for something. Does this dude have a proper mind shield up? No. He would be going and setting one up right now. Yeah, he's gonna ask you to stand by while he puts on proper protection.
I really should modify that ward I have one of these days. I just remembered that. Like, I keep meaning to modify the ward that I always have up on me.
Hmm. Probably not for the worst. Alright, that's
I just wanted to give me, a permanent mind shield.
I mean, yeah, that's actually not that difficult. I mean, it would work a bit different from like the normal mind shield, but yeah, it would still like be pretty potent, I think. 3 at 3. Yeah. Well, one way like does this because this will take him like quite some time. He's gonna tell you about like you know, you as a mind specialist probably know but he wants to put on like proper protection, and just in case something nasty is in there, and he doesn't need the potential for like years of like therapy because he fucked up a mind visit of someone. Might leave like a bad stain on the reputation. That's out there, and
Yeah, I can understand. He's not a bad enough dude. Just go into a random vampire's mind without protection like I did.
Yeah, that was quite something.
I already had 2 effects. I'm not gonna put up a third. I don't need that just to keep myself safe.
Yeah, no, why would you?
Yeah. What's the worst that could have happened? I was
Exactly.
only jumping into what I suspected was an infernalist's mind. Well, that was actually a bit difficult to say.
Yeah. All right. And yeah, honestly, He's gonna like go for strength rather. Yeah, he's gonna go for strength rather than long duration. So he's gonna just go for like a scene, and then the rest goes all to strength. So like 5. Yeah, just put it here. Effects. Mind shield for a scene. And that's 5 points of mind shield. Boom. Done. And then, after a few hours of like preparation, like using various high-tech tools, like he strapped like his head into like a special like gadget, which then started like with a lot of like blinking lights and what you can only presume to be slightly unpleasant, judging from his expression. Like strap-ins. You see him like doing his setting up his mind shield. Looks all very, very, very tactical. And
Very.
yeah, well, once he's done, he like removes it again. Okay. Do you want? Yeah.
I was gonna ask. I believe I had something that made going into mines a bit easier.
Yes. You have this mind thing, which is very powerful tool. I think it's like more irritated than you. Some bullshit.
Okay.
Uh,
And
yeah.
Bojack doesn't have mind high enough to get into into the vampire's mind by himself. Correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Would it be possible for me to just like put Bojack in since he has the mind shield, but broadcast it to both of us? Like what
Sure.
his projected form sees to both of us?
I mean, yeah, no, you can definitely do that. There's like a thing. There's probably like some sort of like output device or something you can like plug in, like some sort of monitor, and be like, yo, let me watch.
And his mind shield would then therefore protect both of us in case something did happen.
Yeah, it's like filtering through him, I suppose.
Okay. Good. That way now I get a mind shield too.
I mean, that's one way to look at it. Yeah, I guess, let's see, he's just gonna go and,
He is going to help protect me, and I will be the one to put him in more danger.
do you remember, like, what difficult it was to, like, get into his mind?
No, but he doesn't get any bonuses though from any discipline.
Yeah,
You
right.
remember that?
That's actually pretty sad.
I think it's just his willpower.
Yeah, so it's only, like, difficulty 8, I guess. Wait, what?
Was it difficulty 8 last time?
I don't know, he's like 8 willpower. So, it's a
Okay.
minimum of that.
Oh, there's 2 of us this time. We get what, like 8 air attack, whatever the wonder gives.
Oh no, that's not how it works. Like if you like use the wonder, then you can only use the wonder. I don't think the wonder can do like working in concert.
Well, let's see how much the wonder gives.
It's like 6 dice.
Oh, well, that's less than 8.
That's less than 8.
That is less than 8.
But yeah, like this would be would be the one activating the thing, I think. So it's like for the user. Let's see. How bad did this go? Oh, it's actually he's in. Let's see. Device text activate and each success always maintains. Okay. So it takes like 50 minutes to like essentially like warm up,
Wait.
and then it's
No,
like
no.
5 minutes per success.
Uh, uh,
Yes.
I thought we would both roll, so we would have 8 arid.
No, like
Sorry.
like this. Okay, like if you're using this, as I said, like if you're using this device, it's like limited by this device. Like it doesn't have like the working concept thing. At least I don't think it would have.
Oh, yeah, but I was going to work in concert with him, so we would have 8 dice on it.
Oh well, yeah, but you can't because like
Oh.
using the device.
Okay. Because I was trying to imply that I was not going to use the device.
Oh.
Yeah. That way we get 8 dice.
Okay, never mind then. Okay, then disregard that.
Right? 8 dice is more than 6. That was what I was like trying to imply.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
We can both earn willpower, so we could get a minimum of 2 successes.
Sure. That's entirely possible. And probably for the best. Much willpower does it have? Okay, that's actually pretty decent.
Earning willpower, rolling 5 dice at difficulty 8.
Alright, and he would do something similar, except with less dice. Oh my fucking god! Well, I guess those minimum successes are really kicking in.
2 successes at least.
Yeah, almost a botch. Like both of
No,
you.
no, it was just a fail.
Almost.
We got,
Almost, I said.
it was very close.
Well, with that, you're at least in for a scene, I think. Oh yeah, you have at least like a scene. To like do stuff in there. But holy shit. Those are some roads.
Oh, Jack goes in.
And yeah, you're taken back to the scene, and it's still like it's still dark in there, I think. Yeah, I think this one was supposed to go into darkness. And well, but this time there's like a night sky, and if you like look up, the night sky looks suspiciously, the stars, looks suspiciously like a dragon. Like, not even like a hint of thought about it. No interpretation.
Is it a constellation that looks like a dragon, or
Yeah, it's like the stars in the night sky are arranged like a dragon.
okay? I just had to ask. You never know with dragons. It could be just a star dragon. Or... Dragons have way too many like descriptors on them nowadays.
Oh well, maybe like one of those like
Yeah.
serpent-esque kind of dragons.
No, it's just
And this one,
you don't really have to describe it more. I was just like going on a rant of how like
Yeah.
vague dragon descriptions now are.
Yeah. Actually, there's one thing of note about a dragon. It has 3 heads.
Okay. Can I roll like occult or esoterica or something?
Sure you can. What exactly are you looking for?
See how bad this 3-headed dragon is?
Heads. Not the thing you put on your head, but the thing you are added as the head.
Wait. Does it have 3 hats?
I don't think it has heads at all.
This is a very sad dragon. It needs a hat.
I mean, you can give it one. Just join its cult.
I'm gonna give the dragon we're about to fight a hat. We blind it while we kill it.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
But yeah, like if you want to see like how bad it is, give me like intelligence, like cosmology at a difficulty of 8, and also tell me like how many dots of cosmology you have.
4 dots.
Incredible. Okay. Decent chances then for some good results. What's your specialty? Or specialties?
Well, I don't have a specialty in cosmology
Wait, wait.
because it's buff.
Oh, it's buffed. Oh, yeah.
Creative.
Alright, alright. I don't think creative would apply, I'm afraid. But yeah, with like 4 dots, still. Like you would know. At the very least, that is like this would be like very, very specific. But you would know that this is associated with like one of the like bad forces of the well, the entire universe, I guess. You know, there are some entities that use like similar I guess heraldry, I guess is the best word to put it. And they stand for stuff like corruption and that sort of deal. Nothing you would want to associate it with, really.
Just had to be the worm. Just had to be the worm. Okay. I'm assuming Bojack has control of the projected body.
Yes, he does. He does have, oh, he's like attempting to control this thing a bit. He's looking for something very specific. He's got another willpower. Oh, very nice. Study down our specialties and willpower rolls. That's 3 successes. It'll take him a bit to like go through everything, and you see like a lot of memories, like just like rushing by of more like rituals, sacrifices, and a lot of blood, even for a vampire. There's like one scene in particular that stands out to you, and it looks like it's draining like a living person into like some sort of like a industrial cauldron, and with inside of the cauldron there seems to be like it looks like wax in it.
The memory of the candle making.
Potentially. Yeah.
I will continue to be a good backseat driver.
And yeah, eventually, you see the you see the book again. Well, at this time in its entirety. Yeah, it seems like we start on a shelf and a lot of times that you remember from like the basement. But at some point, you come upon I don't have a memory of this thing being removed and being put in a box, and that box being brought to a different place. It looks like sort of like a library, like a public one. And at least judging from like the clothing and the like, uh, this looks like at least like some semi recently. And well, you don't see like a outright thing, but it seems like it would be a bigger city. And well, I know it's time for our good boy JV to go and have a little bit of a roll, see what he can gather from this, especially since he is a local. Goddamn.
Good job, Bojack.
Yeah, no, pretty good job. And he says, wait, I know those places. Yeah, in Serbia. And he like says, yeah, it's actually not too far from our base there. Damn, we need to do some observation, but yeah.
In his library memory, are there people around?
There are actually people around. Well, like his mind doesn't even like properly record it, like who they were. You see essentially like you know like
So-
like sometimes in memories like you don't remember like people's faces properly
Yeah,
because they don't matter.
So I could infer then these aren't people he would care about,
Yeah.
have like a long relationship with. Basically, they were bystanders and not like followers.
Well, at least not his followers, at the very least. But you just do
Yeah.
notice that he like hands over the the box where it's in to those followers.
Oh, someone else's followers.
Well,
Is there someone who looks like who's important? Maybe.
well, the person that he like gives it to seems like he's wearing like slightly fancier clothing. Like his face is still like a bit muddied, of course. But yeah, like something that seemed to have stood out of this vampire was like the suit that it was wearing. You know, seems to be like far fine. Maybe like some sort of like silk or something. Like a black silk suit. It's kind of common thing, but yeah.
I'm gonna assume I don't have enough time to try to enhance a memory.
I mean, you kind of do, but you would need to go in yourself for that. Oh, well, actually, you are kind of connected to it. But yeah, that would get rid of the filtering aspect, though, if anything bad comes up.
Yeah.
The question is, do you risk it?
That's what I'm trying to think. So I could always come back in with my own filter. Right?
Yeah.
'Cause I am kind of now worried about that.
Why would you be worried about that? Like, you're already damned, right? So, you know, what
You
else?
know what? I'm gonna assume this guy wasn't smart enough to some like mimetic corrupting virus thing. But you get what I mean, kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna YOLO this. Let's do it.
Alright. Let's go, then, I guess,
John can always just wipe his memory.
yeah. You go too far and forget that, Richard exists.
Oh, that would just be great. I wish that is possible.
I mean, You just need
Like,
to you just need to
that
watch
that
enough.
like that one memory is just undeletable.
No. Like you can do like intentionally even. But yeah, like if you like watch the process, I might do something meme like that.
Maybe I become Richard.
Yeah, maybe.
Uh,
Maybe like,
what's the difficulty on this time effect?
well, it's a level 2 effect. I don't think it's too difficult. But let me like check the time thing. There was like there was like a perfect recall. I think I'm gonna use that as a base to determine how much you need.
Right now, that's difficulty 6.
Well, I need to check that. But yeah, if it's like a level 2 effect, it should be a 6 for you, because you have like active effects.
Yep.
So where the fuck is there it is. How do you do that? Advanced perception maybe? No. Energy work, concentration, no. No. Summoning binding, time distortion, uncommon influence maybe? No, whatever, I'm just gonna look for the thing itself. Total recall. There you go. Memory is such a tricky thing. Blah blah blah. Feat of time and memory. Yeah. By combining time 2. Oh, wait, no, that's actually worse. By combining time 2 with mind 3 for oneself, and or 4 for someone else, the mage can pull off some full sensory spectrum memories of an event. Okay. The most useful or accurate the memories will be. Again, those memories will be extremely subjective, perceived through the physical and emotional state of the person at the time. The mage or targets won't be able to sense anything that a person could not sense back during the original event, though you might notice things about it they had not seen before, depending upon the memory person and event in question. These impressions could be joyful, painful, harrowing, glorious, otherwise emotional. Essentially, the target of the spell goes mentally back in time to that moment, with all the appropriate freight intact. For details about viewing through time, see Prophecy in Hindsight, Enhanced Perception. As to whether or not this feat can bring up memories of things that not have happened yet, we leave the decision to the storyteller, but suggest that all of the usual caveats about traveling or viewing into the future remain in force. Okay, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense, and I think I honestly like that the difficulty would be awful.
Yeah, because you said mind 4.
Yeah.
I'm doing it through Bojack. But if I'm doing it through Bojack, that means I get the mind shield.
I mean, no, I mean, you get. I don't think that's how it works.
Damn it! I'm trying to get that mind shield. Had to go off and try to sneak it through. Okay, the mind 4, time 2. I believe that's difficulty 8. Is that a yes or?
Yeah. It is. So, time to dive in.
Well, I'm gonna burn a willpower. Does programming apply?
I don't think so.
I had to ask.
But yeah, I'm like looking at the
I
prophecy.
gotta get something for time. I think I have to get time for at some point.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, maybe you do. But yeah. Gonna think, well. Well, as your yeah, you get like something, yeah, out of it for certain. And
3 successes, not 2.
oh yeah, right, three. That is even better. And yeah, you know, you go to that memory and like it clears up a bit. While the faces of the other people still remain muddied. The face of the other one like sort of clears up a bit, and you see the man in front of you. This be like a
And Bojack can see this too. It's not just me.
yes.
Okay.
He looks like a has like a little bit of like a silver fox about him. Kind of guy. And like a wide grin. They're showing too many teeth. Like not in the supernatural sense, but like the kind of smile that has like too much teeth to it, essentially. As he like receives the box, and you can clearly see has almost clearly see his face. It is enough to like recognize him, and Bojack just goes and like casually takes a screenshot and says, "We'll run this to the database later."
I was gonna ask if we got some facial recognition AI something.
It's just the project is like is still very much in its infancy, and nobody knows, but if it will ever come properly through. But if working with the neural has taught him anything, that they collect a lot more data than anyone would think. So there might be something.
Oh, it's a lead.
And yeah, I think else here would be a particular note. I mean, I guess.
Is he wearing like any symbols?
Well, the only thing, I don't know if this vampire would have noticed. Give me like
Anything
give me like a luck die. Yeah, gonna do it this way.
Damn it!
So. Well, you see like a ring, on this guy's finger. It appears to be silver with like some sort of like a black stone, embedded in it at the top. You can't exactly, even with like memory enhancement, you can't exactly make out what symbols it is, because quite frankly, the kindred in question did not care. But yeah. Also, you notice like that the place they're at. This be like not really like one of the public places of this library. It seems to be like some sort of like back room, at least judging from like the amount of like boxes that have just there, and general like general amount of like I'm not sure what the best word for this is, but those like trolleys. Yeah, trolleys, I think that's the correct word. Which you use like
Yeah, the thing that moves boxes.
Yeah. There's like a few of those around here as well. Like this doesn't seem like the public place at all.
You have a lockpick set. Everything's a public place.
This is true. This is very true.
And I have been hankering to upgrade my security at some point.
Yeah.
I got the security secondary.
That's. I think it would be would it be like the first or second time using it during this campaign?
I think I haven't used it since the base,
Oh my god.
like the NATO base. Well, that's been like the last sneaking thing we've done.
Yeah. Yeah, there were another. I mean, I think that's the only sneaking thing. Actually, no, I lie. There was like yeah,
The genocide.
the genocide.
Yeah. And the werewolf thing too. Yeah, that's technically a sneaking thing.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. He did do that rather sneakily.
It's kind of like this guy's just built to be sneaky.
Yeah, no, I should give more opportunities for that one, to be honest. But yeah, I'll probably forget about that. And yeah, but you got the information you wanted, and Puchevi, you know, at some point, just logs out and says, "Whew, that was quite intense. This man has done some horrible things."
I'm just like assuming I have like my feet up on a desk, watching over his shoulder this entire time.
Yeah, sure you can.
Like, well, he's the one all in danger. I'm just like, yeah, I'm just relaxing here.
Well, no, you got what he came for. I think I know the place, and he like, you know, uh, pulls out a pad and like gives out an address on it, and you see like a map of it, and points at a place. You know, here this is where we had our meetings. This is where the restaurant was, and here, and he like draws a line a few kilometers, and says, "Here's where this library is. They've been acting right under our nose the whole time."
Hmm. Oh. Think we can get back to the Mud Bowl in time to sneak in?
No, it will take us some hours to get back, I think. Unless you have a faster way. But we do need to.
Oh, if we get there.
We need to make some
get
calls
back.
before that, because I think we need to get our operatives there. Maybe even get some more resources for this operation. This might be something bigger.
Just so I can understand the time enough. If we left like right now, do we get back there for like 2 in the morning at the library?
Yeah, something like that. It would be like very late.
Okay. I would rather have us just sneak in, have a whole team just swarm there. It's like, I don't want to. I don't want to like panic the cult in case they're still like there or they have someone watching.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I would like to remind you that, you know, you as a person and this dude as well might be wanting to sleep at some point. Like driving here, like already probably took like a few hours, and I go get back.
If he wants to sleep, that's fine. John will just pound back energy drinks.
All right, abusing your body, very based, very based.
They cursed his son. This man is on. They don't know who they pissed off.
I see they're in for a world of hurt. I just don't know it yet.
Yeah. Also, they will be the first victims to the PP.
God damn it, I was drinking.
Like, John will hunt these guys down to the ends of the earth.
God bless. God fucking bless. And yeah, well, we're already
Yeah,
in like a few.
I will still agree. Let's get more resources and all. Libraries should get snuck into.
Yeah, I
Don't
mean
need
like,
to go.
what uh what Chevy is gonna well propose essentially. He's gonna he wants to like get some basic observation first out of the place. You know, see if like anyone like still frequents the place. That's out of the year. That he wants to get some basic info first, and of course
Sure,
like have someone like run like the address through like few databases, so then they know like who owns it. If there's anything like strange, anything strange about it in the newspapers and stuff like that.
yeah, sure. He can call that in. They can give that information. All right, we still gotta head over there.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. But we have like gone quite a bit ahead from for you because at least time wise, you're probably far ahead of like anyone else at the moment. So I don't want to
Ah,
like
yeah, true.
rush in too much. In the meantime, I guess I don't know.
Good, because that way I get to spend on more spear dice.
Well, that's true.
Ah, can get my third dot in entropy. That's probably gonna help out in case there's a sneaking mission.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's certainly true.
could upgrade my stealth too.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, could. But it would help still like between sessions because
Yeah.
well, things might still come up with like the meeting, which
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm just in case nothing does come up. I do because I have a lot of XP.
hmm.
It's like, ooh.
uh.
I guess we're just waiting on
Yeah.
Allied.
Yeah.
Yes.
For the most part. But it might take a bit till they arrive. So well, feel free to talk much that I'm actually gonna go to the toilet real quick. Yeah.
How much XP do we have? I don't think since I had to leave early last week. I
I
don't think I got that.
have check. I have 417.
417. Okay, I was at 414. Ooh, so I can at 28 XP. Yeah. Four.
Right back. I'm going to open my door. Hmm.
Alright.
Welcome back.
Hello.
We were perfectly quiet since you left.
Perfect. Exactly what you would want in a stream. Let's
Yep. Oh,
Yes?
we mashed up XP.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's nice, I guess. Okay.
Should be able to upgrade all the things I might need for a sneaking mission at the end of this session.
Very nice. Very nice. Let's see. The cyberspace. Where the fuck did I put it? Conference. No. Ah, there we go. I think most people might still be here. No, actually not. Fucking Am's putting his fucking droids everywhere. But yeah, he's a droid litterer. I guess you can go and like drag yourselves out already. Okay, Amps wanted, I think, Tamia and Richard, with Richard being his proper representative and like Tamia being there for, well, other reasons. Which reminds me, at some point it needs to be like a... yeah, bless. At some point it needs to be like a meeting about, like a chief of transportation. But not today, like Amps needs to be there in person for this one. And you know, things might even change with depending on what is decided today. No, wonderful. Holy shit. Alright then, alright then. Alright, Footage should probably be here too. That's a lot of like money stuff in here. Should I get Maggie in here or not? Probably not. I'll probably be talking.
Nima? No. No Nima.
No Nima. Unless you want to, you can have a sit by, but it's probably best.
No, I don't want her socializing with the others. That way I can minimize her role in running my base.
It's important if she start talking to us, she will replace you. I'm really wanting to throw instead of Ishislav appearing is Mushroom.
Actually, do you remember by any chance if Futao has ever seen Mashi?
I don't think so unless he read my reports and papers I wrote about my project.
Well, you wouldn't rate that personally, to be honest. Like, he would probably
I
get.
think he never went to my base. And actually, when he arrived in Ceres, I was already at my base.
Yeah. But what they immediately set up shop in like in Pyuku. They operate there with like some sort of autonomy. So there was like little reason to like really leave, especially since he was mostly doing paperwork. Maybe we should like maybe if Alec is too late, we should get a proper person in for him. This wonderful dude. I'm not even sure like how to pronounce this, but I'm just gonna say it's he's called Maloof.
Yeah, I think that's how you're supposed to say, because that's a Lebanese name. Like I will have a politician. Is he already dead or still kicking? No? Walker's still kicking, called Paulo Salim Maluf.
Ah,
Yeah, we just call him Paulo Maluf.
makes sense. Makes perfect sense. I guess so. I guess I could even like reveal him, I guess. Like he doesn't have like a proper sheet for it, but he does have a backstory. One of those background characters.
Wait, this guy is on a Interpol list? What the fuck? Why is he on an Interpol list?
Who? You guy?
Yeah, Paulo Maluf. Like, why?
Oh.
Like, he was arrested by corruption recently,
Ah, that makes sense.
but now he's on Interpol for a long time. He was elected by the time he was already on Interpol list.
God bless. Ah, just another day, I guess, in the office.
Yeah, it apparently was money laundering things in America. Not like or it was with an American bank that got fucked, and they asked him to get arrested in 2012. So we elected someone that was in an Interpol list.
That's honestly blessed.
Yeah, he was sentenced for 3 years in prison in France in 2016.
Very much understandable.
I fucking hate this country.
Oh. Oh. But to be honest, like that's not really that unusual. Like a lot of like the only difference between that and like I know the average European country is that this guy actually got caught. Well, prosecuted, I should say, prosecuted for it, because getting caught, like a lot of them get actually caught, but
In-
it doesn't matter.
This guy was caught in Europe and
Yeah.
prosecuted in Europe.
Yeah, so it's more like a case of for like interstate bullshittery. Never leave your homeland, I guess. Alright, well, Ada is still not here. Maybe I should replace him with this new Arab dude. It would be hella cursed. This should take like a second to look at what Ems wrote exactly again. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's an interesting statement. Oh yeah, so that's a lot of. I can see what we were to throw at this, but that's fine. Jesus Christ.
Hello.
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 Perfect timing.
Perfect timing indeed.
Thank God also found out why the internet was fucked.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you an interesting take. I live near one of the cities that's having a trade union strike, and you could say there might be some, let's just say, links to trade union actions.
Huh. Interesting.
Hacker would be pissed.
So,
Yeah, just go there and oh, you don't have gun to shoot the commies.
mhm.
You can use your knife license to stop them.
No. Destroy all the tea. Throw it
So-
all
Oh,
in
no.
the ocean.
But it's also British.
You know, just time for Britain to get independence from Britain. It's time. This has gone on for too long.
The Scots have been alerted.
But
Oh,
yeah,
I'm trying to break the strike here.
let's do the meeting. My food might be ready soon.
Alright, I guess in this case, Amsa. Well, I assume you will be attending personally now that you're here.
Yeah, I can do it now.
Yeah.
Fucking bloody hate trade unions with a living passion.
Understandable. Oh yeah, that means, well, Richard goes. Well, I guess we don't need, the Arab just yet. Which, by the way, I still need to, introduce properly to Arab at some point. Same as, like, the Jab to Vicious Love.
Yeah. Fine.
Yeah, that should be everything done. Anyone I'm missing? I feel like I'm missing someone. Vargas, of course. I'm a fucking retard. Definitely need that woman. He's gonna sit. He's gonna be here. Just like a little bit away.
And hey, let's start the meeting. Wait a minute. Welcome to Vargas. Was she the one who called this meeting? Oh.
She's just like, sorry, my dial-up's down.
No, she tells you that she maxed out her delegation, so meetings can happen without her. She just initiates them.
What power to force a meeting and then not attend?
Exactly. All right. Yeah. Okay. I have a full list of what's going to be done, and I added like another point, because stretching things out is really fun. But anyways, Vargas starts the meeting by saying, well, thank you everyone for coming. I believe there are a few points to address today, but first, things first. The most pressing issue, I believe, is the appearance of two new portals, or discovery of two new portals rather. One in Height Antarctica and one in Gribnoi. My idea is to simply seal them up again, same as with the other. Same procedure as with the other portal that we've found so far.
I immediately I approved the decision. The other portal in the Gribnoi should be closed immediately. You have voted disposition of my base to help with that.
Thank you, Mr. Stanek. That leaves only the matter of
Hi.
Antarctica.
I would also be approving the shutdown of the new portal.
After the
If you
portal. So this one.
Yeah, show us the map. Sorry.
Alright, here, you're on the wrong map for that one.
Yeah, what's this new portal?
This one was the one of portal, yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah, you can shut that one down. Because
Alright.
that will fuck up my dragon killing strategy, don't you know?
I
Where's
see.
the other Gribnoi portal?
Yeah.
But that's Height Antarctica Center portal to name.
Yes, because it leads to it leads to the center.
Let's just hope there's not a
No,
portal.
I'm asking the Gribnoi one, not the other Height
Oh,
Antarctica.
the Gribnoi
No,
one. Let's see.
it's-
My bad. This
It's the
one.
top one.
Oh, here. The unnamed one. Alright.
I fucked the thing up.
You kind of thinned it out. Like a
I mean-
pasta.
That's... No. The bottom line and the top line do not join, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
It's...
that's like a polar region up there. It's essentially like when looking on like an Earth map.
Yeah. It's a really... I really hate 2D projection of 3D things. So it's really far away from my portal.
Yeah.
Well, with that decided, do you need any, like, I heard you could close the portal, so do you need any operatives to help with the closing ritual?
Well, not
Just some
necessarily. No.
power to protect you during it?
I don't think so. These places should be semi-safe. Perhaps if you could order some of the PMC. I could order them myself. I'm just gonna take some of the PMC and for additional security, but the grip, the Ceres one, on the Ceres side, things should be safe-ish. The only problem I see with is with Antarctica, but as far as I'm aware, there have not been any any areas of dragon activity where the portal leads to, so we should be fine on that front as well. Worst case worse, we will keep the engines running just to make sure we can quickly escape should anything happen. But yes, I don't believe I will need additional resources from any of your bases in particular.
Oh. That's good. Well, and taking the opportunity, you already talked about the PMC. Just left. I was having a chat with Mr. Owl, and it said some things that you should be aware. Not sure if he already talked to you, but he's planning on sending some instructors to the militias that are forming on Gribnoi. So, and he plans after they are trained to have them help him. So, you should be aware of that. You might be able to have them more on offensive operations because the militias might be doing the protection around the populated places in the future.
No, that would be immensely helpful. I will see about integrating that into our strategy some more. I guess that also means I should probably send someone to instruct them to use our new sensor system that we're currently setting up. So the defense is easier, although I'm a bit hesitant to give them full access to it, as even if they're as their militia, they're still mostly civilians.
Yeah, speaking of that, he was also wondering if there could be made some sort of basic training for in any sort of emergency them be able to operate our vehicles.
I guess a few hours couldn't hurt, but I do want some proper examination first of these people. I do believe we have someone in charge of psychology at the moment, or at least someone lining up for psychology. Mr. John Bowie, I'm not sure if your training has gone through properly. Well, already approval. But I do believe there was something about you becoming becoming a chief of or chief mental health expert.
Yes. Yes, you might have heard some stuff about that.
If you would, I think it would be wise among for the candidates that they're gonna select to operate any vehicles. If you were to make sure that they do not harbor any ill intent or other psychological issues towards the Union before we give them the means to operate our machines.
Sure, well, I can set up a screening process for them.
Alright, thank you very much. And I guess a similar thing should be done for any emerging commanding structures of the militias in general. We can probably not. It's probably too much to ask for for all members of the militia to be scanned, but any like leaders should be scanned for now, at least as long as the operation falls under our supervision.
I mean, could try giving everyone standardized tests.
I mean, would be helpful.
That could try to help us pick out more radical personalities that we would have in those militias.
And I guess that's also a good opportunity to think about what we do if we find someone that is not suitable. I'm sure this is sure it's cause tensions. Vicious Love, do you know what the exact commanding structure of these militias is? Do they elect someone amongst themselves, or do they?
Not for now. I'm not into that into T1 set form. I don't know much, but by the ideas I was creating about the civilian administration in Gribnoi, I was planning on having like one of their elected representatives choose someone that would be responsible for all militias. Basically, like their chief of the military would have the duty of overseeing the militias.
Some sort of like minister.
For now, most of the militias are completely independent, just groups of people joining, but my plan is that not only they are a part of their civilian government, but they are directly under you.
Alright. In that case, yeah, we should probably go and have them and require them to be approved, like any leaders to be approved by us then, so we can properly refuse them. But yeah, that should be doable, I think. And I guess that's it from my end. But I believe there were some other things. At least Mr. Tower had some things he wanted to bring forth. Let's go to the other space again. Well, the tower just sits up and says, well, I have some important other bits to talk about. And two things. An infrastructure project in Grimnoy that might be helpful for the, well, that will be helpful rather, with getting in supplies, food supplies in particular, for Ceres and, well, adjacent territories. And the other one is securing the water. As in the, and both of these points are part of the future of the 3 Spheres project, as they do require some symposium approval. Well, for water, we have 2 options. Well, technically 3. One option is to source water from High Antarctica, which I don't think is currently possible, as not all threats there have been eliminated and there's no infrastructure connecting there. Second one is to source them from Gribnoi. Gribnoi already has water infrastructure, and and of course has also infrastructure to transport goods to a certain degree, which kind of also plays into my second point with transportation infrastructure on Gribnoi, as it does need to be improved. And the third option is to source it locally from Ceres. Ceres itself has has a lot of potential for water extraction, and it merely needs to be set up properly. Personally, I've had I've had some talk with Mr. O'Neill, and we've come to the conclusion that let's come up to the part where you're important at it. Personally, I'm thinking of we have been thinking that the Iron Haven might be a good place to harvest. Essentially, installing some refining capacity in one of the bases. Well, particularly Piku comes to mind, as it is the closest. Is the place with the most water consumption on Ceres, due to it being due to it supplying the incoming ships, and of course having some manufacturing capacity. So it would make sense to keep transportation routes short. And well, the other thing, the Iron Haven itself would be then accessed via harvesting vehicles that collect the water from there and bring it up to Pyuku. Yes, Iron Haven.
Please, what's this Iron Haven you speak of? Is like one of craters on cities?
It's not a crater per se, and it pulls up a map. It's a large cavern system discovered by Mr. O'Neill quite a few months ago.
Yeah.
It's yes, harvesting is like out of character. Think of like spice harvesters from Dune, or those little things from like Command and Conquer that collect Targaryen.
Okay. When you mentioned doing, okay, yeah, because I was currently listening to the audiobook of that. Quite nice.
Hmm.
Alright, yeah. With that location, indeed, it would be best on Pyuku. I was going to say it could be work. Too many things on Pyuku. You guys would start to need to up the security there a lot more if things go on this level. Too much of a target, pretty much everything is there. But considering how close it is, it's the best thing to do.
Wonder how
I
much
don't
those
see any reason to do in Haulani. It's too far away and there's no trains.
We have been looking into already increasing the defenses of Piku. I'm personally working on getting more matters for it, just because of the sheer value of the shipyards themselves. Makes it already a priority target.
Yeah, it's very, very big target. If you ever want some missiles with flesh-eating super bacteria, just tell me, I can make more of those.
How are you getting the missiles?
Well, I get the missiles and I put the super flesh-eating bacteria in them.
But yes, I'm looking into matters for Piku and just in general as well for more defenses and whatnot to Piku base.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's the best place to extract water. Extracting from Gribnoid, it's too far away from the port of NT. As Mr. Futo said, it's really lacking some infrastructure. The main roads, it's not really roads, but main paths the trucks are taking are getting really shitty. We need to put some at least some gravel on it, maybe some basic like asphalt.
So
The But
Well, I'm not sure how exactly would be the best, but well, we should decide if we like put this as the decide on the this matter as a whole, or meaning food and water at the same time, or if we want to decide separately on those points, because they do play kind of into each other.
Well, the water would be pretty much, we can decide it's easier to extract locally. And for food, I'm planning to up the production. It's getting on a situation in Gribnoid that it's getting safer. More people are moving in, so it's almost in time for me to start mass farming. And with the terrain, I think you should be able to keep demand.
will you? Do you have plans to get the refinement process for the food stuff underway at some point here soon?
Yeah, doesn't need much refinement. Like, the main thing I was thinking is, raising animals. You can't put on slurry, or you can just eat them like that.
Okay.
But it mostly is going to be like crops and stuff. Like, I
Yeah.
don't put too much grains like wheat. Kind of unnecessary when we process, we just turn into discussing food anyways. Like,
Meanwhile, Stan just having one of those really horrible bars everybody else hates. I love these Nutra bars. Mm.
Oh my god. But yeah, Butawa's gonna like speak up about that. Oh, I missed this, Mr. Stanek. I think there's something you should do then in that case. If you think about food production, it might be good to talk to Mr. Gold. As I do believe he has some plans to set up like food production in of food processing in Gribnoy in general, as the population needs to be fed regardless of any transportation to the engineers. So it might be simply a matter of upscaling the scale of the operations for them. And another thing, as for food producing itself, it might be good to coordinate with the farming base on Gribnoy, as their job is to produce food. So they might be able to provide you with the necessary feed and the like for animals.
Was just downstairs at Butel blankly.
oh yeah, like I have a farming colony there. It is where, like, my photos are not done by Redomer. I have no idea there's already a farming colony.
Didn't a bunch of progenitors move in to set up a base over there?
Yes, essentially, but they're pretty much
Oh,
off base.
here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like, it only has what I done, a big tank of fertilizer
Yeah.
and land.
Yeah. I'm like probably updating it. But yeah. Let's see. Fuck, did I put it? Yeah, it's still here.
Do not worry, me and Mr. Gold talk a lot with each other. We share most of our plans, so do not worry about the food side. It should be taken care of.
Excellent news then. Perfect. So it's only a matter of transportation. Well, what I've been thinking of is to create to invest part of our resources into proper extending the rail line on the other side of Gribnoy. Well, probably not a proper extension, as those systems might not be fully compatible. But what is important here is quick transport between the portal and let's see, New Benya Luca, I think it's called.
Yes, something like that. But yeah, I'm perfectly fine with investing trains. It's dependent on the others. I myself was not responsible for the other drink project, but I would be willing to help with any monetary needs on that side.
Hmm. I'm also thinking about talking to to Mr. Gold about setting up a proper rail line, as they do profit a lot from a rail line themselves. So we might be able to mitigate some cost there. And as long as you're fine with sharing some power here, we should be able to get a good deal.
Yeah, I will give him a talk later to see if he's interested on joining in on this.
Now, I would like to be there for that talk, if you don't mind, to make sure that all our interests are secured on the monetary side. Alright, and well, I believe there were some other points here. We've gotten through everything on. I think. MCQ, out of character.
Well, out of character. Is this something to do with the train station?
Yes, well, the train station in particular, but rather chief. Also, make it. Oh yeah, chief of transportation. You remember that thing?
Yeah. So it's just been a very hectic day with my internet and everything. So, I would like to propose something for in this meeting, as most of, well, not most of the conversation, but a very strong emphasis about infrastructure and rail and transportation has been, well, let's just say, heavily discussed. I think it might be a good idea. I believe it would be a very excellent idea to create an office to exclusively deal with those tasks in general, as it will help with the efficiency and the smoothness of the operation on Ceres and Gribbenoi and all the 3 planets or worlds together. And I think it would be a good idea to propose a chief of transport position.
Futaro says. That is, I think, a good idea. The question is, how would this chief of transport work in terms of responsibility? Would this chief of transport be an equal here, or would it be, would it have like more of a, let's just say, like a subordinate function?
Well, I'm looking for a more equal role, personally, as it keeps the, well, let's just say, influences from one base from another. It beats from jousting for such positions and to be completely independent. But when it comes to such realities, e.g., if there is some form of train station or of anything of that nature, that would be heavily influenced for the chief of transport. But I wasn't out of game. I would like independent, but I'm willing to compromise with a subordinate role.
Yeah, yeah,
That sort of thing.
and I understand. It says, okay.
And as I have been looking towards, well, I've looked at many files when it comes to looking for looking for candidates, and there's only been one candidate that stands out from my eye personally, and that is Tamia Brooks.
Tatamia, says, thank you, Mr. Barry. Yes, I would like to put myself forward here. I have expertise with a wide array of technocratic equipment in general, and in particular, I'm familiar with how Mr. Hyde works, who has been responsible for the creation of the railway system in the first place. And I have been I have the option to quite often deal with Mr. Hyde, and Mr. Hyde also has put on some plans on how to properly supervise the railway with very little manpower. In the long run, we will not get around having a proper team under any chief of transport, regardless if it's me or anyone else. But in the short term, we will be able to mitigate manpower shortages with usage of drones that are able to survey from a distance, place them in strategic points, and then use them to regularly check in on any potential structural damages, wear and tear, and so on and so forth. Thank you, and she quiets down again. Well, Vargas says, well, what does everyone think? I think it seems fine. No, I need to look over the list myself, but if it's truly someone like Paxton, I don't care if it's an equal here or not too much. I see the merit in both cases. Especially as the network grows, I think this might be a huge responsibility. So it might be best to not leave it up to a single base, but rather have someone dedicated to it.
Yeah.
Hold on. So I got a question. I can't do it. So then this is just for the railway network, or is this for all infrastructure on Ceres?
Well, you only have railway, but yes, in theory, it's all transportation. This person also would be needing to coordinate ship stuff, I guess, to some degree. Make sure that those sort of run, but in reality, that those would be, at least for now, be dedicated to the individual bases.
Yeah. Well, no, it'll be the individual basis.
But yeah,
just the railway, most likely.
I would then, in character say, I would be, for the time being, I have no issue with it being oversighted as the rail networks being worked with on that. However, before anything else in the future would fall under that preview to be addressed before that point. case in point, when it gets large enough to needing, the point would be where you're handling more than just the rail network per se, and it could be anything that falls under that terminology.
Hotel says, yes, that makes sense. Currently, I'm the one coordinating a lot of the ship transportation, and I must say, well, what I would cherish the opportunity to concentrate more on other matters, as my workload is not insignificant. I do fear that without properly setting things up first, removing the responsibility from our base could impair the ability to properly supply the other bases. And as Sam said, further discussions are required when the time comes. Vargas says that's fine by me. Any other voices on this? I guess not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so probably if I was to say something, because I would be in favour of her having that position, to be honest. But
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not opposed to her having it. I'm opposed with giving her all of that situation at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's going to be a big shift. And, she doesn't even really have an office yet set up. Hasn't moved in just yet to deal with that stuff to begin with. There's a lot of stuff to even be set up before throwing that all at her and saying, good luck.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty much what it would be. We've all worked for any type of thing. We know how that goes.
Yeah,
you've been promoted. Good luck.
Yeah. That's really how it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah. But yeah, okay.
Well,
So
on the topics of the trains, though.
Excuse me?
Redomer, was the other thing talked about? The line.
What exact line?
which one was it again?
Oh, the station. The station itself has not been talked about. No. We probably should bring that up. But really, there's only one place where it makes sense. So, I guess Futa will bring it up as part of the. Well, now that we have that settled, there's also the matter of setting up a proper train station at Pyuku base. We have a lot of cargo incoming, and while we have taken steps to mitigate our bottleneck, that this will not suffice in the long run, and I think we will need to build a proper railway station with enough capacity to even keep up with our future projects once everything is connected up, as we have been planning to. There will be, of course, some decision making on how exactly we're gonna do this. But with the creation of a chief of transportation, the question is how exactly we handle a place like that, as it will be technically part of Pyuku base. Assuming, of course, there will be proper approval of this. That begs the question. It also falls sort of under the preview of the chief of transportation. what I'm thinking is to have a sort of joint responsibility with ultimately essentially someone being put in charge. It's normally nominally under the base. In this case, Pyuku, where it's located, but it also is working with the chief of transportation. In case of conflict, well, we really have no other choice than to refer to like a higher up to make a call. But I think in emergency, the construct manager should be able to make the call. To resolve any local issues before proper arbitration can be made. And I guess Vargas chimes in, as this would be like a Ofu Tower. But isn't it a bit of a problem, because the chief of transportation is the is responsible for transportation general, and that should supersede any local needs.
Mm-hmm. Except Futa.
I'm sorry, Rammer. What? So, what was that?
Well, Futao is essentially proposing that that like the like in case of like having essentially like a joint thing, where like where the station falls nominally falls under the base where it's at, but it's like some joint thing in reality for like a chief transport being able to do stuff with it, and of course the contract manager. And in case of a conflict, arbitration from higher up is needed. But in an emergency, the contract manager is the one that has like the last say until arbitration is being made. And Vargas counters that last point in particular, where she thinks like it should be the chief of transport that has that power, because chief of transport is the one that has like the needs of the entirety of Ceres in mind. And which should supersede any like local needs.
I will have to support Vargas on that.
My counter to that is, I believe that when it pertains to something happening at one of our constructs, the contract manager should have superseding control.
But
the moment it leaves boundaries of the construct, that is the strict purview of the chief. And this goes for every construct. Because at the end of the day, we are, like points like himself, Vyacheslav, John, Hyde, we are in charge of, first and foremost, our constructs. And from the moment that anything enters our constructs or leaves, is more or less our direct authority on. No matter what it is. If it's materials, personnel.
Rail?
What?
Because if you're building a train station, you would have to have the rail connected to it. Correct?
Yeah, no. What I'm getting is like, that's what I'm saying. Like, when it is at the key point of the stopping, that falls under contract until leaving. As for the station, it would be a joint thing, nominally under the chief, superseded by the contract manager if something important comes up, no matter where. If it pertains to the contract or security or whatever method.
Vargas comes up. As I feel right, I still fear that that it gives the contract manager the ability to block transportation, and in case of an emergency, or even put his own contract before others,
Favoritism.
which is of course understandable to some degree, but still, there's still of course the issue in general. The problem is not, of course, I'm accusing anyone of doing this, but you have to think of this in the future. We don't know who will be in charge of here in 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, and so on and so forth. But from my experience, rules are usually handed down for many years without much change, if any.
And the counter to that, if we are going to use who might be here, might not be, if that is such a matter, we can then bring it up before a sufficient number of the old guard is transferred or anything else to re-evaluate that. I do not plan on leaving this investment in any foreseeable future, short of being called back to the Mudball for something short of another DA, dimensional anomaly. And I don't know which person here would be foreseeing that either, considering this is more or less where we've been raised up at this point. Well, that is valid. As I said, I think we can more or less work on that. Put that into the clause that it will be handled when that comes up, if it comes up.
I see.
Because worst case scenario, I've been trapped in that mindset. I've been trapped where you've been handed down how it used to be. I would recommend that they get the clean slate, more or less, with those that are coming in to pick how they wish to run it.
Oh, I see.
Because if we're no longer here, there may be better ideas. There might be new ideas. There will be new technology. This section of space might finally be secured from all those that we're fighting.
Well, yeah, of course,
You know?
but assuming we don't close down shop here, and this is of course Vargas speaking again. There's like the situation, like the infrastructure that we're currently talking about should still be here, correct?
Yeah.
So
Yes. Be weird if not.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm saying nominally it falls under any contract manager's main base, because that's where our primary focus is. The only person who can supersede us currently is Noah, or in security matters yourself.
yes, of course. That's why I proposed. That's why I proposed that. Well, we should get anyone. That's why I should propose to put someone in charge that has like the interest of greater Ceres in mind. But I can see your point here.
Actually, Vargas, I just had an idea.
Yes.
So, why not, besides Honolulu, because that's where Baxter was, right? So that's where Baxter was running.
Baxter, I don't remember.
The person you literally just tried to promote to chief.
Oh, Tomia, yeah.
Mm-hmm. She's from she was at your base. All right. Why not siphon one person of each to basically be their head person at the construct? If it's to be their own department, if that's what if you're worried that one of us might put our things above, we hand somebody off to manage their operation at our constructs.
I mean, that's not basically what's being proposed. Like,
Oh, hold on, out of character. Remember, I thought it was literally like she's gonna be running it, not like she's gonna poach one of our people from our bases and they're gonna run it.
I mean, like
for
the idea was not like necessarily poaching, but rather, once transportation, like the things are connected up, you have like someone in charge of that entry essentially into like the train station or whatever.
I thought it was strictly just under her.
Yeah, I mean it like kind of she's gonna be like the head of the transportation thing, and she's gonna be like responsible for like the train lines and stuff like that. But inside of the bases, there's of course like someone doing the grunt like the work on site.
Okay,
like,
yeah, no, I take that back. I'd rather each contract manager be nominally in charge.
Yeah, and
My apologies on that. I got that confused.
Yeah, that's what we were going. Like, it's just we poorly explained.
Yeah. Well, so like essentially cooperation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I rather have like like Vargas goes and says, well, I think it's best to have like a proper thing set up and rather than leaving it up in the air, because in case of conflict, like this like a meeting like this cannot be properly convened. So if you need any, I'm willing to support the construct manager superseding in case of an emergency.
Into mine.
Just for prosperity's sake. Welcome back, Bacon.
Bacon, do you support the rights of the construct manager or the filthy train goblins?
Oof.
They're trying to overthrow our rightful position as contract lords.
Wow.
Oh.
I really like the idea of train goblins.
He really, his next idea after mushroom soldiers, train goblins. They go out and maintain trains across Ceres.
Well, we technically could use the list.
That's just the kobolds. Just teach the kobolds how to replace trash.
Is Nick even online, or is he just like
I don't know. I think he might be flying a kite.
I see. So, an actual kite.
Well, the CEO of Bowie's is currently typing in Discord, so.
Ah.
I was all for but now. But we don't. That's the issue. Also, I could just ship those.
Like, if there's not actual train goblins.
There's not actual train goblins.
Okay, I vote for the construct managers, and I will put that project on my list.
So yeah, personal responsibility, I guess, also counts as
Contract managers.
Yeah. So I guess that resolves it. All right.
M's got his girl promoted to chief of infrastructure. Goblin personal transportation.
Hey.
God bless his priorities.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, then that should be resolved. Is there anything else we need to do? Let me check my list.
Good.
No.
Cap-
That's all points done. And well done. For Tower speaking. Is there any other matter that anyone wants to bring forth?
Let me think if I have anything to bring into the table. No, I don't think I have.
All right. In that
Yeah,
case,
I can't think of anything myself.
well then, in that case, I think it's time to close down this meeting. And, well, Ms. Vargas, any closing words? Thank you, Mr. Tao. I would like to thank everyone for coming, and I think we got a lot of progress done. And I think a lot of points were addressed today. And I think we should make sure to hold such meetings more often, as to avoid backlog. And that's all. And I guess, well, Emilia goes offline, and
Mr. O'Neill, if I could have your time now that we're finished, just like very quick 1 minute talk.
you just see the background like Sam Futal, like Futal, like closes. Sam was about to turn his head, and he's like, "Oh yes, Vicious Law." You like see like Futal leaving the same room with like a Pepsi. I really like to think there's just like it's like in fucking school you just have a really shitty like divider in between the two of them,
oh my god.
but they're in like the same room.
Yeah, I
Is,
can like see you.
Don't worry, it's very quick. You see, I was filing my documents, and I noticed I kind of fucked up with the charter of monopoly. You see, when I define what is a developed land, like makes sense while we are on the very like village start that 80 people is developed land is basically biggest city. But if he actually goes forward, kind of gets to a point that 80 people is nothing. So you would have to just go around and put infrastructure when you are busy with larger scale to shit middle of nowhere villages.
Mm-hmm.
So I just need your approval for legal reasons. I'm going to put like a developed land will be a like basic function that considers percentage of the population or a fixed number and has to be like the greater of the two. So for now it's going to be the fixed number of 80, but when population starts growing, the percentage starts to turn relevant. So in the future, like you have 1,000 people, let's say 1%, so you need to do 100, right? That's how it works, or that's 10%. No, that's 10%, right? I'm a bit drunk, sorry.
I'm hold on. I'm trying to so you're trying to get approval for what? For the
Just change what the definition of the developed land is. So when our cities are bigger, you don't have to go out of your way to just make sure 80 people live in the woods have water. Because that's retarded after cities have like 100,000 people.
I was working under the assumption that as long as it was what we could count as a civilized area, because you're always going to have weirdos that want to go live out in the woods.
Yeah, exactly. That was my idea, but I, for some reason, put an exact number on the description of the document.
Okay. Send me over the paperwork. I will send it back to you once I have a look over, just to make sure, and then it'll be signed then. Once everything's once it's all proper and dandy.
Alright, yeah. I'll send a proposed number, and you can review and send something back if you disapprove of that.
Yeah, if it's just a number screw it should not take that long to work over. You just see like Sam like pull up his hand like have a watch. I do have lunch in 30 minutes, so the train should be here. I should be able to look it over during that time.
Alright. Sorry for keeping you busy.
No, that's fine. It's good to be useful. Oh, also, before we all depart, congratulations on the promotion to fucking whoever. That's this person, right, Radama?
Hmm?
Yep.
Yeah, you know, like Sam's not being sarcastic, but like unironically, like congrats on it. And you know, whatever you need, just ask me or Futal. We'll assist as best we can.
Damn, you got a promotion. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What you got promoted to?
I want to really think now that like Vargas is gone, like this weird like mode thing like just drops from Vicious Lost, and he's got like 8 things of vodka bottles all around. All really empty. He's got another one in his hand. He's like, "What is your promotion?" That's good.
I became chief of transporter.
Cool. Yeah, you're going to have a lot of work to do in the future.
Yeah, she's gonna have to work with us, Viciouslav.
Yeah.
Just remember that.
Alright, yeah, sorry for not being completely aware. Something came up, so I just put like a static GIF of me for the last half hour.
God.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Just imagine it's like a loop, you know?
It totally was a loop.
You know, Tamia logs off, but you know, just before that, like you hear like the beginning of laughter.
Beginning of laughter and an exasperated sigh of what did Hyde just put me into.
No, she was used to work with me.
Yeah.
I'm happy she got the promotion. She's been here quite a long time.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't ask for a small contract to be more or less made for her hide. In all honesty, I was not expecting this.
I was thinking that, but the problem was there was a lot of things that catched on. Let's just say a lot of work hadn't been done, and I had a lot on my plate.
Yeah, and if she gets her own contract to work with, there will be lack of crew.
Yeah,
So-
lack of crew mainly.
Do you hear me out? This is insane. Once we get the railway network up and running, do you think we could just put her in the main train?
I mean, like
And
an
base her out of
office
that-
in the train?
Yes, and just base her out of that?
Well, it could work. We could also go full memes and have like a war train, you know, with like machine guns and rocket launchers.
I don't
if-
think we need a war train, at least on Ceres.
Technically,
Well-
you could build the train here, but you need the railway on Gribanoy to be, let's just say, fully compatible.
Just thinking, you never know when like another bullshit will come from space to attack us.
Yes, but the trains aren't on the surface, Vicioslav. We're digging them. We're digging the tunnels on purpose.
Oh,
safe now.
I forgot it's Thanos.
Yeah, Vicioslav, how did you forget they were tunnels? We don't have air out here. We're not in Grimnoid.
Vicioslav, how much did you drink?
Have trains.
Alright.
Vicioslav, how many bottles have you gone through?
No,
No.
not even one really. I've just been solving lots of issues. I got my mind was escaping reality for a moment.
Well, I think John is trained in psychology nowadays. I think he's got his doctorate, so you can talk to him about that. John, you finally got your doctorate in that, right? Look, listen to him. You can almost hear him. He's communicating via. We're gonna deploy the first against the Nordics.
Oh gosh, I could probably see that happening.
But no, I can't go to another doctor. I am the doctor.
You're not. Are you a doctor of psychology?
Nah, that's all fake made up bullshit, not real science.
Oh, I understand that. There's a lot of pseudoscience out there, like herbology and psychology. Anyway, but yeah, no.
I still think we should have a gun train for Gribinoy.
Well, we're gonna look. Vicious. We got to first of all, if anybody's gonna get a gun train, it's gonna be on your side of Grimnoid, okay?
Yes, actually. A lot of
Yeah.
bullshit on Gribinoy.
There is a lot of bullshit from what I've heard over there. at Grimnoid.
And have it just pop out of the ground.
What?
What? Like we could build like an elevator for it so it can just be deployed to the surface.
Where?
It must
Here
not be
on
the
series.
It must
Yeah.
be. It must not be
No.
a deterrent at that rate.
Wait, for the amount of hold on. Okay, so John, and like Sam, like pulls up like a big ass spreadsheet behind him now. All right, John. Now let's go over some budget crunching because I'm floating the budget here right now, right? For the amount of money you want to spend, which he like zooms in on like the millions for the lifts. I know we've looked into lifts; they are not very cost efficient to just kind of bring a train under, load it right onto a ship. It's not cost efficient. Anyway, for the amount of money for one of those lifts, he like zooms over to another side of the spreadsheet and he just like fucking scrolls for like half a minute. We could get a bunch of more particle beam guns and missiles and stuff, John, okay?
I
not
city situation
more
is
money?
it's very expensive, so we just need to find more spaceships to loot and sell.
Well, okay. Well, on the issue of that, he like zooms over like Hyde isn't supposed to be out there doing that type of stuff.
Actually,
Yeah.
I am currently doing it as the moment. You know, before out of game, I was planning to do that today before my internet went out.
no, I gotcha. But yeah, Hyde is the one with the spaceships here.
Shows the progress of his ship in space. Currently looking.
I like to think it's like a really shitty like hand drawn one on like a movie background.
That'd be Maxwell's core and great. No, if that's happened, that'd be Maxwell doing like the crayon drawings on the monitor. Be like,
Yeah. But yeah, no, like as for armored trains, like I honestly thought we'd have more armored type war machines on Grimlight by this point.
I'm doing the best I can, like already getting the black vehicles were a lot of work.
Yeah.
PMC had some military equipment as well, but
I do have a question for you when it comes to the black vehicles. How are you actually maintaining them?
well, I do have a budget. I'm just using most of it for gas and spare parts. They are pretty normal equipment, like yes, the helicopters need more expensive parts and special fuel, but the cars are pretty easy to maintain. My base actually doesn't use its resources, so we always have spare budget to buy replacement parts and fuel.
The budget is very weird, Hyde. Let me tell you that. It's very strange right now.
I'll believe you.
It's very weird, which is why I'm looking forward to the more we get put, the better the budget balances out, so we don't have to keep importing. And once the Vichislav's harvests start coming through, exportation will bring the budget even higher. And this way, I don't have to go back to the Mudball to make more constructs. And like Sam's desk is the thing. I hate having to go to Mudball to balance the budget.
I think I know your issue. You should just get someone from the long nose tribe to deal with your budget, like I have Mr. Gold.
I have Futao, Vichyslav, and I was joint trained
Like
in the tribe's ways.
it's not the same thing. Like yes, I respect the Chinese will to learn about finances, but they will never be the real bankers, you know?
Yes, as I. Hold on, are you calling me not a real? Hold on, Vichyslav. I served my time in their fucking convention.
No, aren't you Irish? Everyone knows that Irish are real bankers.
It's just Sam's head fucking desk again.
I couldn't control it. You fucking love it. I was literally chuckling on his seat.
Vicious Claw.
Such a little Chinese action.
Any, whatever. Alright, well, it's just fucking just dumbfounded. Alright, yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't even know where to go off that now, Vishaslav, I'll be completely honest.
Well, we can end that subject. You could go. You said hot things to do. Hi, Dad. Do you like the gift I sent you?
Out again. What was the gift?
A griffin.
Yeah,
A griffin egg.
You need to keep it warm. You need to.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
Hide is like. Actually, that's a nice gift.
Sam's like, what the fuck is that? It's a giant ostrich egg.
Actually, I think it's like a chicken egg at this point because it
Oh.
was a base used for it, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I just took a chicken egg and did some fucked up science on it.
So that means we can actually make chickens. Yes.
No, we make griffins now.
Yeah.
Griffin egg.
I wonder how.
When it grows up, it can lay eggs. I will be normal sized.
The definition of normal size varies from place to place, Vegetable, don't you know?
You know what we really
It will
fucked up?
be sized like ostrich.
You know what we really fucked up if the griffin doesn't actually lay eggs? But it's just live birth and
That's
you put
fine.
it in egg.
We'll eat that too.
I think griffins usually lay eggs.
Yeah, they're I guess a bird substrate. I don't even know how you.
Like, even though like the part that lays the eggs is the lion part. In most mythologies, there are griffin eggs.
It's very on brand. End to the end to the meeting for this fucking Groupon series. Do griffins lay eggs?
Next thesis on his paper. Do griffins lay eggs?
Is there anything else to bring up, gentlemen? Now that's just us.
I don't think so. Like although I'm working a lot of things, nothing really that important.
Fair enough then. Alright, how goes hunting the dragon?
When it when it comes to the dragon, still getting things organized,
Okay.
getting the back work doing, arming the men, organizing them.
What you're telling me here, Redomer, is we have more gold and no fucking silver still. The suffering continues!
You know?
Actually,
Hold on. If the griffin shits out a silver egg, will that actually?
No, that's a goose that shits out a golden egg that we could probably modify to be silver.
you know, there is easy way to get silver. We just need to like gather out the Omororegensi bodies. Like their bones have a small amount of silver on it.
I'm not cutting.
Yeah.
Organically sourced silver.
Technically, that is true. It is organically sourced.
And it's also free range silver. Well, if you want to test your luck, recently, like on the areas near the the portal to Gribenoy, like on the Gribenoy side, like due to erosion and mostly rain caused by rain, there are some patches that used to be like below soil that are now exposed, and there are some rocks. If any of you could go there and check, and there might be some good minerals. What I checked already there, I didn't find anything, but never check on that land. I know there is some limestone near their portal, but in a different part. It's more closer into caves.
Hmm. Do I actually? No, I can't do it. I need data for that.
Alright, I think it's time to end the session now. We're like 3 hours and 46 minutes in. It's time. Alright, well. Does anyone need to leave quickly?
Yes, I need to go eat.
Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna start with you. In character thoughts.
In character thoughts. This was a successful meeting between all contract managers. Very strange end of it. And now I know Griffin's lay eggs. Out of character. Ems, fuck off. The trains, they don't belong to you.
We'll build more trains.
The trains do not belong to you, Ems. Be gone.
Trains will be self-reproduction.
They better not. I will cut your feet off.
The trains will spread towards all worlds. You see.
The training begins.
Oh, they could actually train on the train. Exactly.
They could, yes. I'm gonna go now.
Alright, 3 XP.
6 XP.
3.
Oh.
No, 3.
Ooh, 9 XP.
God bless. But yeah, okay. Anyone else in a hurry?
I gotta get going too.
Alright. In character thoughts then.
Out of character thought. We really do need the war train.
Yeah.
Give it a nice city siege breaker gun, like the Dora.
I agree. Imagine what you could do with something like that and type attack.
Yeah.
Aye.
We can like supersize the PP for it.
I can't even take that fucking seriously.
That's weapon name.
Oh, it could actually capture the dragon, ironically enough, if it was that size.
Alright.
Eh?
And well, I guess 3 XP to you as well. And oh, fuck! I forgot actually willpower firelight.
31.
What's your willpower? No,
I need willpower.
what's your nature?
Hacker.
Hacker. I see. Hacker. Did you hack today? Did you hack
I
today?
hacked that guy's mind.
That's
Hacked
true.
the-
That's true. You did.
He hacked the brownie.
And in character thoughts, sneaking mission coming up.
Yeah.
Been a while.
It's been indeed a while. I'll see about how to best pull off this, but I have some ideas.
Oh, we're at 420.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, okay. That should be it. Next up is Bacon in character thoughts.
In character. Well, lots of things happened today, actually. Like, I had, just mostly meetings, but good to see that things are progressing, I guess. Like, a portal appears, threatening my monopoly on Ceres, and people just appear to close again. Like, I'm really enjoying not needing to do most of the work. People just do it for me. I can have time to do autistic things like erasing griffins.
No, that's true. That does.
Out of character, I really forgot we had underground train.
Turd,
Amazing.
he thought the train was on land, Radoma, you know.
I see the map and I see like, oh, there's a train line on the bases, on the surface.
Hmm.
Because there's no thing on the corner saying like, this line equals underground passage. I just process by, I look at the map, I see a line at the map, there's something on the surface.
Yeah. Yeah. Problem is like there's no good way to put in like explanations here, and I'm too lazy to do it properly. So that's kind of what you get. I mean, like if I was really dedicated, I would go and put this in like Photoshop and make like and like steal map assets to like do it properly, but not like this.
You do too much work on this already. You better not do
Yeah.
anymore.
Okay. And I guess what's your nature again?
Visionary.
Visionary. Yeah.
I got to explain my vision today.
Yeah, you did. Sure, take a whipper. I think you failed your roll, unfortunately
Yep.
for you.
No need, I'm finally full after a really long time.
Alright, 3 XP for you as well. And Ems, you're the last one. And click now, take your thoughts.
Elsa character, thank God for having the internet back. And in out character, if it wasn't, I would have probably started the scrap hunting operations and also doing some emails to get some things going. But
Yeah.
in game, I will say this: one of my main achievements has been achieved, and an achievement of one of my NPCs has also been realized, which is a big help. Tanya actually got her break, which stated, does it say in her bio? Though she's quite talented, did not manage to calm her tempers, new corp insist, yep. More she wanted than following orders. He wanted to train. Okay, yeah. She achieved one of her dreams. Actually been given a second chance. For responsibility.
Yeah, you just blindsided her with it.
Look, we all got blindsided on Ceres. Everybody got blindsided as construct managers. That's how the union rolls. It's not run by organization. It's run by duct tape and hot gorilla glue.
Yeah, that's certainly true.
So, and also in game, sometimes these conversations are really funny as fuck.
Yeah, I think like one of the things I'm actually like dropping the ball on is like having not more like between players interaction.
Yeah, that's like the only thing we're missing, but that happens when you're separated.
Mm.
But hey, that happens. So can I give 4 XP, Redolma? Because we achieved something today, something glorious.
Hmm. I mean, you haven't quite achieved the things yet.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah.
What about my nature director?
Director. Yeah, you certainly did some directing today.
Yep, I got her ass onto the seat.
Yep.
Hooray! I finally got 4 willpower, guys. I did had spend 1 effing willpower this session. Hooray!
I mean, will happen eventually. Also, like we're gonna do like some catch up for your stuff, like when we normally play next session, because there will be like no regular session due to like 2 people being absent. But we can use the time to catch up other than you. in terms of like play.
That's Gucci, because I got a lot of shit to do.
Yeah. Alright then, I guess say goodbye to the bots.
Goodbye, bots.
Goodbye, bots.
And yeah.